basically what's happening here is this is kind of like a sneak peek of the Breshnaverse. This is the first time on the podcast that I'm actually showing this. So it's kind of a special moment. But this will be the carnival, and everyone will be able to make their own carnival stands. So all of this, like whether you want a stream or a mushroom or a beanstalk or like, a Ferris wheel on your carnival, the bigger your carnival stand, the more traffic it attracts, right? And everything. So this is where the retention comes in. So every maker will continue. It's like kind of like SimCity. You'll go into the marketplace, you'll buy your stands, you'll buy your labor. You basically have cotton candy people. That is the labor that's going to help you build your stands and everything. So you buy all the material. And then once you've made your stand, your players come to the carnival stands. And then that's where the games start to happen. So whether you have a bored ape who's like jumping through a run and catch game, or whether you want to create like other catch the answer games or something, that's where all of that happens and comes together at the carnival, Breshnaverse Carnival.
This is amazing. This is so good.
Thank
This
you.
is really so good. What's going on, cowboys? In this video, we've got a new crypto project that is preparing, it's building its way during this bear market. So you know that it's I got a serious founder behind it. It's got serious potential, and we just want to find out what this project is all about. It's called Breshna.io, and this is an opportunity for you just to sink your teeth into something that, hey, is this something going to yield good returns next year? Is this not? Nothing's doing too well in this bear market. I understand that, you understand that, but this is the time to start building, and this is the time to start looking for these really good projects that stand a good chance to make it in the next type of runs when liquidity comes back into the market, when people start investing again. This is just the nature of this all. And so I still am looking for these gems, these fantastic projects with great teams behind it, great concepts. And this is just the channel to do that. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. I'm on a journey to my next Bitcoin while helping you to your next Bitcoin. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a lizard brain cowboy exploring the wild west of cryptocurrency with a whole bunch of other cowboys. If you want to roll with us, hit the subscribe button down below. Give us a like if you like this kind of content. This is going to be an AMA, okay? This stands for Ask Me Anything. And the thing is, on YouTube, you could talk to a whole bunch of like these YouTubers and stuff like that, and they'll just shill you random projects because they're getting paid for it. Well, I fell for it, right? I fell for it. What I want to know is like, I want to ask the developer, why are you so excited about your project? Why does it make a difference in the world? What's the impact? What's the real impact of this other than just some like random coin or whatever? And I'll cover those coins, but I want to know the developers. I want to know the people that's utilizing like the this technology, blockchain technology, and decentralization, and how it's actually changing the world in different industries. So we have Breshna.io, and we've got the founder, the CEO, the mind behind it all, and her name is Mariam, and she is with us here today in the hot seat. Welcome to the channel.
Hey, Aaron, thank you so much. That intro has me hyped. I'm like, who is this founder? Tell me about her. So I am so excited. Thank you so much for having me. This is a high bar to meet, so it's a big day for me. So thank you so much for having me.
I'm glad to have you on, and I want to get into your project, but really I want to know you first. Okay, so maybe tell me a quick, 2-sentence summary of your background and coming into crypto, and then some of your like ethics and the process. We'll get into your project, but give me broad strokes of who you are and how you got into crypto.
So, Aaron, I actually have a very non-conventional journey, even though I think most of us in this space have non-conventional journeys. But I really do come at it from a non-tech. I mean, I'm born and raised in Pakistan, Islamabad. I moved to the US 10 years ago. I've actually spent 10 years, 12 years working in the international development space at the World Bank. So very policy, international development, worked across 22 different countries, sub-Saharan Africa, South Asia, Middle East, and was working on impact. And then basically 8 years ago, I started building a gaming studio, which was meant to create like a provide services to make mobile games for positive behavior change. So mobile games on reproductive health and financial literacy and climate action and stuff like that. And so, I mean, I went from international development to gaming, and then gaming to building this platform, and then finally eventually found my way to the web3 world, because I think once you're in gaming, gaming and crypto, like I mean, they just have to mingle. So I
Yeah.
think you can't escape it. So I would say I'm a late comer to the crypto. I mean, like, I'm not the 2012 person who was like mining Bitcoin. I wish I was, but I am definitely someone who believes in the technology, and my journey to it has come from the pain point and solving problems, and that's why I've arrived where I have arrived.
So you said your journey basically it was solving problems with use of games for positive behavior change. So like say I'm trying to teach math to a kid and she's learning how to do particular math with a particular game or whatever, a financial lesson or whatever. So that's what you're that's the kind of gaming studio that you created 8 years ago, and now you're taking those skill sets into a Web3, platform. Okay,
Yeah.
so talk to me about what you see as the biggest problems here. You said that there's a couple pain points here, and you're trying to solve it with your skill set, and I'm guessing that Breshna is a solution. A solution. So give me a couple like what the heck are we trying to solve here? What do you see as the pain points here?
Yeah, I love it. So, Aaron, I grew up playing games like SimCity, right? So I was learning about urban planning without even knowing I was learning about urban planning, because here I was playing it and I was like, oh man, till this day I remember, making my sim really wanting to go to the restroom, and I was like, nah, you can't go, buddy, and like, stuff like that. And it's like those things, like, they stay with you, right? And everything. Video games, the impact that they have in our brains far transcends the virtual boundaries in which we play them, and yet we just don't see video games being mainstream beyond entertainment. Like,
Hmm.
it's like, I mean, even though they can be such powerful communication tools,
Yep.
and the reason for that is actually not that people haven't thought about, leveraging games for education or social impact or marketing or training. It's because games are very expensive to create, they take a very long time, and it requires skills. So it's time, money, skills, right? I mean, it's just really hard to for a video game to come together,
It's
and
a
mostly
trilemma of things here.
yeah, exactly. It is a trilemma. And I think what I wanted was, as someone who believed in the power of games, but is a non-tech person, I'm not a game developer. I wanted to be like, where is the Canva for video games? Like, why can a person like me not make my own video game? I'm not trying to make the World of Warcraft, but I do want to be able to make a Super Mario or like a Flappy Bird or like a puzzle or a Wordle. Like, where is the basic game maker engine? Where is the TikTok for video games? We
Hmm.
have 1 billion video game players around the world, but only 200,000 people making games. It makes no sense. So for me, it was about, can we democratize the process of content creation through video games? And it could be entertainment, but it could be education and social impact and so much more. And that's what Brashna is.
So
Brashna,
you mentioned the Canva and TikTok as platforms that democratized like a skill set, which
yeah,
is artistic design and filmmaking, right? So
right,
like I know these TikTokers who are like 13 who make videos that look fantastic, right?
right,
They just, and it just they learned because TikTok made it easy to like okay point whole like it made it easy to record, and Canva
exactly.
makes it easy to design. You're saying Breshna is making it easy to design a video game.
Exactly, spot on. So it's basically TikTok. Look, you're never going to make a Netflix documentary on TikTok,
Right,
right?
right.
But you are going to make high quality video games that are like, sorry, high quality videos, short shelf life. Someone looks through them, you share it with your community, and boom, there you go. You have found a new way to express yourself, to tell
Mm,
your story, and that's
got it.
videos. And for me, that is what Prashna is for video games, is a really fast way. It's lightning fast. Actually, the word itself means lightning in the Pashto language, which is my mother tongue. So Brashna creates video games at lightning speed. The fastest game has been made in less than 4 minutes. So I literally mean it when I say lightning fast.
Yeah.
And it's basically, you cobble things together. The game is pre-coded for you, just like Canva. You pick up your game assets, your avatars, you put in the content, and boom, there you go. You publish your video game as a URL link and you share it wherever you want.
Okay, I'm sure we'll pull that up here on stream in a little bit. So, but you're telling me, so what are you trying to do with this? You're saying you're democratizing. You're giving the access to a lot of people now to be able to develop their own games. Why?
Yep. So Aaron, what basically happens is, so for instance, templates are pre-coded for you, right? Whether you want to make a Space Invader game or a Wordle or like a Super Mario or like, a Mythbuster game. And we've only been building for exactly a year. Actually, July of last year is when we started building, like when we released the platform. And we've been building in public from day one. So it's been live, it's been in the hands of people. And Aaron, organically, we've grown to 42,000 users from 84 different countries that have made and played 5,000 video games. So this is just the flywheel of content creation
What?
where people, yeah, it's completely free. Anyone goes on breshna.io and they're like, hey, let me try and make a video game of my own. And people have made Trevor Noah games and makeup and Halloween and prom proposals. Yeah, there it is. That's Breshna.io. So you scroll down and you basically pick up any of these templates that you want and it's make your own game, whether it's a tile matching or a rev and ride, like a racing, whether you want to do a jigsaw jam. And then you basically press create, takes you to an editor. You cobble a game together. Like if you wanted to go on the run and catch editor, you just put a game together and then boom, that's it. Like
Okay, so let's say let's like I'll create this, right?
yeah.
And
So
then
so the editor is going to pull up, and
okay.
then basically you can choose your own avatar, which is your own car. You can change a background, so any background you want.
So I could make like let's say a canoe game, right?
Yeah,
Background.
so you can do canoe, and then on the backgrounds you can do something with water. There we go. And then and then you're basically saying, hey, what are the collectibles and the non-collectibles? So yeah, oh, that's a cool one.
What's this? What's an obstacle? I don't
So
understand.
obstacles are the things you're going to dodge with your canoe once you start playing the game, right? So I mean, so you might want to dodge like a person in a tube or something. You don't want to bang into them.
Okay.
And then on the right side of the panel, you're going to start putting in your questions. So for instance, here you can name your game. So it can be the cowboy game. Oh, you just need to backspace, yeah.
Okay.
And then I mean, you can just give it a description or you can leave it blank. Your
All
call.
right. All right.
And then go to levels. So scroll back up and they're here in the levels. So
Yeah.
just have like, I mean, we'll just make one level. So introduction could be, so whatever you want to catch. So maybe we're going to catch all the gems or something, like, catch the gems. So, and then in the question, like just do gems. And closing answer can be great job. But now, if you scroll down, this is where the fun stuff happens. So now, these are all the gems over here, the collectibles. So you can give a value, but if you look at all of these, yeah, anything you add from there. So you just added fruit. So that's the collectibles that'll show up in the gem. So you can delete them, you can add more. But basically, from that left hand panel, if you scroll down, that's all the things you can collect
Oh
in your
wow.
game. Yeah, so all of these things you can just basically collect from them. And it's like, this is where the web3 part's going to come in, Aaron, and this is the mind-blowing part. What we're building is you will be able to upload your own NFTs into your own video games. So you will be able to have your own avatars and your own collectibles
Wow.
that you'll be able to catch through these. So everything that you're seeing in the game editor right now, that'll be linked to an NFT marketplace where not only will you be able to buy the premium NFTs we have, but you'll be able to bring in your own NFTs into your own video game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can't upload it in now, right?
No, so that's what we're building right now. So that
Okay.
comes with the token launch. That's all coming
And
early,
so is there
late
a way to
first.
like connect your wallet and then upload? Okay. Okay.
Basically, so we'll verify ownership. You'll connect your wallet. We'll verify ownership, and this will be across the board, right? So
This is
avatars.
amazing. This
Yeah, dude. So it's like, imagine not only like every NFT series will have an added layer of utility that you can actually put it in your own video game and then just press publish and like, boom, there
so
you go.
so people can use this. Okay, yeah. So like okay, let's just publish, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just, I mean, we have,
Oh, I gotta
oh
log
yeah,
in.
you have to create an account. Oh
Okay.
man, it's fine. And I mean, it's just with your email, but you'll have to verify the email.
Dude, I'm
Worst case,
excited.
we can also like, I can share a screen or something. We can make a game or you can.
Oh no, I'm making this. This is gonna
Okay,
happen. So,
you're in it. Okay,
yeah,
all
yeah,
right. Well
yeah,
then,
yeah,
go to your email, verify the email. I hope that part works.
yeah, yeah. We'll do
Doesn't
that.
end up in your spam. You can stop sharing the screen if you want.
Yeah. So okay. So basically, you're saying, So I'm already immediately seeing a lot of utility here in that, like, if someone comes out with a video, they could make a quickly a video game to pair with the video, right?
Yeah, exactly. So imagine every time you do an interview, you can be like, hey, what are the 10 things we talked about? Like, what is a myth buster or something that we talked about? You might have to verify your email in your inbox before you're able to
I
sign
did.
it.
Yep, I did.
Oh, okay. Awesome. There you
And
go.
yeah, so
Very
um,
cool.
oh, do I have to recreate it? I probably do.
Oh, I hope not. Maybe go in the dashboard. Maybe
It's
it's
okay.
already
That was very fast. Like profile, yeah, okay. I gotta go. Let's recreate it. No problem.
Yeah, and then
So
go to your
so
games. Let's see, maybe it's
so yeah, so like this could pair well with a whole bunch of stuff, right? Like I mean, it really can. You're creating you're creating another like social media, not even just social media, just like another layer of something that would be I mean, you get there's so many, right? If I make a video, I could take 5 minutes and make a quick game and be like, "Hey, do this game," and then you win some kind of prize or something like that. Or
exactly. And then especially if you're like, so like, I mean, for instance, right now, a new NFT series just launched. It's like Zodiac Club robots. So we're like embedding all of those NFT robots into Breshna as avatars. So then you'll be able to play like games about zodiac signs and everything. It's like, oh, like here's a Libra game or here's a Mythbuster game and stuff like that. And then you just take it from there. So the big idea is that everyone will be able to make their own video games. And not only that, you're now able to put your NFTs to work because every other Web3 game, the NFTs you use in them are produced by the ecosystem,
uh-huh.
right? You're not able to bring your own NFTs into your own video game. You're able, if you're in Sandbox, you use their NFTs. If you're in Axie, you use their NFTs. Here
Yeah.
you're saying, hey, doesn't matter what NFT you have, just go with it. Just like, choose your NFT and put it in your own video game, and then we go forward with that.
Yeah, because especially with all these NFT projects coming out, or and even it doesn't even mean NFTs. Like it could be anything. You could be like it could be like in educational for these kids, like down your line, or um,
We have teachers in sub-Saharan Africa that, and this is the best part, Aaron. All of this language can be in any language. So we're writing English, but we've had Arabic video games, we've had French, Spanish, any of these games that you just put in your own language that you can publish
uh-huh.
in your video games in your own language. So it's basically, it is this idea of democratizing and empowering the next 100 million people to make their own video games.
Oh, what is happening here? Well, I'm going to play this
Let's
now.
see.
Is this only available on browser, or can I play this on like
So it's
mobile?
optimized for mobile as well, but it will play in a browser. It's mobile and web optimized. It'll
Holy
open
smokes, this is amazing.
up.
Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Music off. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Play. Let's play medium.
catch
Play.
him. Go play. Yeah,
So I made that within like
three
literally 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Yeah, while we were talking, it's like takes a minute to load because the first time, but then it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, it'll
So
it'll hopefully load soon. But yeah,
oh
there you go. Now you just go arrows forward back, and you catch whatever you want, and you dodge everything else.
oh so okay, so I see what's happening. And my life bar is up there and
Yeah, so you don't bang into things because you've already banged into things.
I'm bad at my own game.
It's-
Okay. Okay, so this is a little bit harder for on my computer here, but you're saying that so how do I share this thing? Like
URL, no download needed, no account needed for the
this
player.
URL right here, this right now
Yeah,
here?
you can put it in your blog, you can put it in the YouTube video that you do. Take it wherever, put it on WhatsApp. No one needs to sign in to play your game. You just need to sign in to make the game. So it's like it's the same game that uploads, and then you go with it.
This is amazing. All right. If you're watching this far in this video, I'm gonna put this link in here. If you have the highest score in here, we'll do a giveaway. I'll do a giveaway for this thing. I just
That's
want to see. I made this game in literally 3 minutes. That was
yep,
amazing. I'll take my time on the next one and try to figure something out. Okay,
yeah.
so talk to me about some of
Oh,
the yo.
coolest thing, you can edit this game. So this link stays the same. If you go back to it and you make updates, the link stays the same. So you can also update and edit the game. Like, if you're like, hey, that, I didn't like that one collectible, or I want different, or a different background, you can totally do that.
This is this Miriam. This is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I could collect me. Oh, what? Oh, so I've chosen little letters because it's like, okay, you have to pick these letters, and I can pick letters that aren't, that you shouldn't be picking, and now you're like trying to get those too. So
Yeah.
like
So
there's
it
like
depends
definitely
on
an
what you
educational
define.
component that you could apply to this.
Exactly. It depends on whatever you defined in your editor as things to pick and things to dodge, right? So like whatever you put in is going to show up as collectibles, and
Yeah,
then you can add points to it.
this is so cool. I could see this being really easy, a lot easier on my phone for sure. Because
Exactly.
I'm like having to click this or something. Oh, dodge.
Yeah. Oh, and you don't have to click it, by the way. On your keypad, it's front arrow, back arrow.
Oh,
It's the arrows. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
golly, I'm trying to click this thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, just like use the
Oh, so much
arrows.
better. Look
There
at
you
me.
go.
Oh, now
Exactly.
now
Yeah,
I'm moving. What?
yeah, there you go. I'm like, now he's smooth.
Yeah, now I need a cowboy on this thing. I want a Wild West. I want all of it. So I'll be
Oh,
making.
dude, there's horses. Let me also see if there's a cowboy avatar. I'll have the team make a cowboy avatar
Yeah, I want cowboy
for
avatars.
sure.
I want a horse. I want the
We'll
whole
do
back.
that. Let's make it happen.
That's right.
We'll for sure do that. For sure.
Okay. Okay, I just got done with my game, and thanks so much for watching throughout this AMA so far. We got a special giveaway this time around, okay? If you comment down below on the best thing that you heard about what Breshna is all about, if you comment down below, Miriam's gonna pick out one winner, and that lucky winner is gonna be able to make a custom avatar to be put in Breshna.io. Okay, so it's not a token or anything because they're still far from launch. But if you want to have like your custom face or maybe your logo or whatever, your YouTube channel, it doesn't matter. Leave a comment down below, and then she'll work with you and put that custom resource or asset into Brushna.io for anyone to use for any future games. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Comment down below, and we'll see you at the end of this video. Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
I got the gist of it.
Okay.
Now help me understand where this could go, right? Like, can I make money off of this? Is this, is this licensable? It can, like, what are the parameters here? Like, talk to me about the real application here of something like this. Can I upload? You said I could upload my own, resources, right? So and have them as NFTs. Can people win NFTs? Like, how does that all work?
So here's the coolest stuff, right, Aaron? So, I mean, everything that we've been building has been in response to things that our users have asked for. So it's never like, here is something we think is going to be a really good idea. It's like, okay, what do you want next? So people ask for two things again and again. One, the ability to upload their own assets, which is where the whole idea for the NFT marketplace came from. So NFTs or non NFTs, right? If you have a digital good, you have your own music clip, you have your own background, you want to use
Yes.
that in your video game, more power to you, go for it, right? And everything. But the other thing they kept asking for was they're like, okay, this is kind of cool that I get a URL, I can send it wherever. But what if there was one place where I wanted everyone to come together and I wanted to share my game? And that's where we started thinking about it. We're like, where in life does that happen? Where you go in and you play really short games and you come out and it's a carnival. Like when you go to carnivals, you pay $5 and you play these like shooting games and hoop games and blah, blah, blah. And we were like, what if we created a virtual carnival, which is the Breshnaverse, where now every maker, so you could have a cowboy stand, and then every maker would be able to create their own stand. And you could say, hey, Mariam, the first game's for free because whatever, that wasn't a really cool one. But the second one, you have to pay me 2 Breshna tokens. And if you unlock level 10, then I'm going to give you this giraffe as an NFT reward, right?
Sure.
So all of a sudden, every maker is able to monetize their own video games. So games that become really popular. So for instance, if you have celebrities coming in, if you have a board ape that's really popular, if someone's doing a giveaway just like you did, then it could be like, hey, you know what? To play the game, you have to stake a Breshna token or pay me in a Breshna. And then in order, once you win it, then you get an NFT reward or something. So all of a sudden, we've now moved to a make and earn model and a contribute and earn model. And if you're using someone else's NFT in your game, then when you make money, they get a revenue share.
Sure, of
So
course.
that's the coolest part of it. Is like if you're using someone's music, someone's NFT, and you become a maker that blows up, then everyone's inputs, the assembly line, everyone who was part of that assembly line also makes money.
Yeah. So okay. I'm like I'm like digesting this because this sounds really amazing. Actually, this really does because so initially my mind goes to early education, right? That's initially where my mind goes. It seems like the most simple application, lowest hanging fruit to it.
Right.
Then my mind goes to like not early education, but like maybe people with special needs, with some of that kind of stuff, like not just education, learning, very specific things where I could tell you a million different scenarios, or at least times in my life where I needed something specific, right? And I wanted something custom, and I just had to make it work, whatever came here. But in this scenario, you could really do like say you're teaching like how to spell a particular word, and like you have to collect these certain letters, or I saw you had different puzzles and stuff like that, so there's different types of ways to do this. So um uh, yeah, that sounds good. Is the Breshnaverse, is that like a metaverse? Is that like, is that what we're working towards here? What exactly is that? And I'm not even sure, is there an ability to keep a scoreboard, like, okay, I could go through and see who has the highest scores? Like, I know these are small, stupid technical questions, but this is kind of like, these are the important things that I think is the next steps, right?
For sure. So, Aaron, very quickly, let's talk about the use cases and then I'll come to the Breshnaverse. So,
Yeah.
I think you're spot on. So, we actually, when we built Breshna, it was like throwing spaghetti at the wall, right? And we were like, hey, we have no idea what people are going to use it for. And we saw so many different use cases. Like, we've seen doctors make, like, a dentist made a quick video game on like dental hygiene while you're waiting in the waiting room. Just scan a QR code and play a dental hygiene game and everything, right? So it's like it's all the way from that to we've seen
That's
games on
amazing. That is amazing.
it's like I mean because again it's and a startup made a video game about like 10 facts about my startup, right? Because again it's about communicating with your audience, whatever your audience is, and it doesn't have to be. Sometimes we think games and we think a younger audience. Fun fact, an average mobile gamer is actually a 36-year-old woman who's often
Oh, that's
sitting
funny.
on the metro playing Candy Crush, right? So it's like
Yeah.
it's so bizarre to us that that demographic, when we think of video games, we're like, oh yeah, younger kids or something. But actually, casual mobile games, puzzle games, brain games, these are very, very popular amongst a very wide demographic,
That
right?
makes a
Like
lot of sense, like in a waiting room, or like in a subway, or an
DMV,
Uber, or
dude,
DM.
imagine road safety with the DMV office. Like you can do market.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. That sounds like, yes, that sounds like a great application for this.
Exactly. And then we see games for prompt proposals. Like people have actually used Brushna to make a video game as a prompt proposal.
That's cool.
We've seen birthday video games, we've seen trivia. A lot of people have used these for trivia nights, right? Because the kinds of templates that are on there. So it goes everything from entertainment to social impact to education. It's just really anything that you can put into a quick question, like right or wrong or multiple choice or something like that. It's kind of like, you know, how people were doing Kahoot
Yeah.
for like, you know, I mean, quizzes and everything.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
this is Kahoot plus plus in an actual video game, right?
Yeah.
And everything. It's basically anything that you could put in
And
there.
it's simple and it's easy for sure. And so, how far out is me being able to load up my own assets here?
Perfect. So basically, that is actually coming up in 2 months. So the contributor functionality, where you will
Jeez.
be able to upload your own assets into your own video games, and then after that is when once we link the marketplace, is when you'll be able to. So for instance, right now you have all these avatars, but maybe you wanted your avatar to do a victory dance at the end or something. Then that's like the premium avatars that you'll be able to buy and rent from the marketplace. And then once the carnival comes in, so the carnival, Aaron, is basically kind of like SimCity. And I'd love to, I'll actually send you, maybe if you can get this up and running. Let me just very quickly see, because it's a really cool demo video that kind of shows you the carnival in action.
Okay.
Can I share that or can I put
Yeah,
it
yeah,
in the
you could share
chat?
it on your screen.
Okay, let me quickly do that then. All right. So this is, I mean, I'll just talk over this. So basically, what's happening here is this is kind of like a sneak peek of the Breshnaverse. This is the first time on the podcast that I'm actually showing this, so it's kind of a special moment. But this will be the carnival, and everyone will be able to make their own carnival stands. So all of this, like whether you want a stream or a mushroom or a beanstalk or like a Ferris wheel on your carnival, the bigger your carnival stand, the more traffic it attracts, right? And everything. So this is where the retention comes in. So every maker will continue. It's like kind of like SimCity. You'll go into the marketplace, you'll buy your stands, you'll buy your labor. You basically have cotton candy people. That is the labor that's going to help you build your stands and everything. So you buy all the material. And then once you've made your stand, your players come to the carnival stands. And then that's where the games start to happen. So whether you have a bored ape who's like jumping through a run and catch game, or whether you want to create like other catch the answer games or something, that's where all of that happens and comes together at the carnival, Breshnaverse Carnival.
This is amazing. This is so good.
Thank
This
you.
is really so good.
Thank you. And it's just like different games, and then you can monetize each of these games, right? So you can be like, this one's like kind of okay, but then this one's really fun, or this one has music for some really cool. This is a Space Invader game where you're like shooting the wrong things and catching
Yeah.
the right
So how
stuff.
do I? So I don't. So the monetization aspect of it, I'm not too sure if I see how how you supposed to make money off of this yet. So like I just made a game. Do people pay to play that game, and then they have a incentive to win back money? Is that what that is?
Exactly. So basically, think of it exactly like, and I'm going to pull up my white paper. And also, we build in public, so I'm happy to share this white paper and like have anyone, kind of go through it, give feedback. But basically, if you think about it, this is what's happening, right? Is there is a Brashna token that's linking the marketplace, the game maker, and the carnival. So every transaction that's happening, the Brashna token becomes a payment mechanism, a reward mechanism, and a governance
Okay.
mechanism.
Okay.
Now,
All
for
right.
all the payments that are happening, they happen between three kinds of users, right? So there's basically your makers that are making the game. Players are coming to the carnival and they're playing the games and they're paying the makers to play the games. And then the contributors, the NFT owners, are the ones that are contributing in the marketplace, and those makers are taking those games. So
Okay.
basically, every token transaction that happens within the Brashna economy. So if I'm a player, I come to your carnival stand, you say, hey, Mariam, 3 tokens for this one video game. Then once you make the money, it gets split between you, the template maker, the market affiliate, I mean, the player pool. Basically, every token transaction has a revenue share model that goes into it. And then so everyone makes money
That's
from the token transactions that
That's
happen.
really cool. So you have 9 templates. Is there a roadmap to saying how many templates you're going to get? Because I feel like that's where the danger of becoming stale is, right? Because you're
Yeah.
already having people upload their own assets and stuff like that. But the types of games might be curious. So what's about the templates there?
Yeah, so we're actually planning on getting to 30 games by the end of the summer. So we're building
30.
more and more templates. So there's going to be a
Ooh.
lot more templates you're going to see. They're going to get a little bit more complicated as well. So kind of like a treasure hunt, and everything. So like I mean the templates are increasing. But here's the kicker is after that there will also be a contributor model for coders. So we will actually crowdsource coding. So if you've made like a really cool basketball game or a cowboy game or something, you can submit the code to us. You don't need to do the design part because we will link it to our game asset library. So we'll almost white label your code. And then again, anytime someone uses your template,
That's
you take
awesome.
money, you make money from it. So it's just crowdsourcing. And that's when you get to thousands and thousands of templates. And
Yeah.
that's how diversity happens. But kicker is even on these 9 templates, 5,000 video games have been made. And each game is different, right?
Yeah.
So there is a lot of permutations and combinations of the same templates, but
It's
we
infinite. I mean, I
absolutely
saw how many assets already there. I mean, it's infinite amount. So yeah.
exactly. It's right now we have 2,500 plus assets in the Prashna
This is
collection.
amazing. Okay, so fantastic project. Super
Thank you.
excited for it. I mean, like really, I can't. When give me a launch date here? You said
Market is doing what the market is doing. We were going to launch in August, but I think it's going to go to quarter 4.
Q4. Okay, and so but anyone who sees now, you could make your game and you could. you could play it and share it right now. I mean, it's full of
Exactly. The product is live. The token will simply be a top up. And that's why, Aaron, this is not a play to earn,
yeah,
because the users that are there are not there to earn. This is a make and earn. Like
yeah.
the token is a top up. The underlying utility is already established.
Yeah, and that utility will push up. Well, is a pushing up force of that token, which is
Exactly.
fantastic. So give me something juicy. Do you have anything you're sitting on? Something that's a secret that like the so exciting news that you can't wait to get out about Breshna? That like it's just a fire in your belly that you can't wait to share with people.
Okay, I think I'm ready to say this, but it's super super exciting. But because so we had an equity round, we closed $2.4 million in seed funding to start building. And the coolest thing is we got these two investors on the cap table that I'm just psyched about. I mean, the whole cap table. I mean, I'm not taking it away because the entire cap table is amazing. Every venture fund, but we got Bill Ackman and Paris Hilton on the cap table, and I
Jeez.
am psyched about that. It's just so exciting to have like amazing people backing us and backing Brush now. So it's really really cool. And
Massive, massive support. That sounds amazing. Congratulations to all the hard work and your whole long road to get here. There's a lot longer road to go, but it seems like, I mean, this seems like a fantastic, fantastic project. Can't wait to get into it.
thanks,
Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to check out breshna.io, check out the links down below. I'm going to link a couple of the games. I'm going to try to go back and try to make a remake a decent game here, but I did make that in like 3 minutes while we were talking. You
right.
saw the whole process. I'm super super stoked about this project. And Miriam, thank you so much for being on the channel. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Aaron. This is so exciting. I'm so happy that you're psyched about it. Thanks for being game.
Yeah,
Welcome to the Bold Squad,
yeah,
and
of
I'm
course.
just so excited that we could do this.
We need to
Thank you.
have you again closer to launch. I would love that to kind of see some development and see where you're, because it seems like there's going to be a lot more development to
Oh
happen.
yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to see all that. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.